It's the Andy Griffith Show, Facts and Trivia, with your host, Bob Snap.
Hi guys, welcome to the Andy Griffith Show, Facts and Trivia. Thank you for being here. Today's video is on Barbara Eden, a ring-a-ding-ding. This is from a 2015 interview that she gave. Of her looking back on her time in Mayberry with Andy and Barney and such. Let's take a look at it. Barbara Eden is best known for her starring role in the classic sitcom I Dream of Jeannie, but for many Andy Griffith Show fans, she is also the fetching Ellen Brown, a manicurist who set the hearts of Mayberry's men a twitter in a memorable 1962 episode. "I loved Andy," she said. "The last time I saw him, I was touring in the last of the Red Hot Lovers with Don Knotts. That was in 1993 on a tour that included stops in Winston-Salem and Charlotte, but she could not recall which performance it was where she and Griffith reunited. We had quite a long tour, Don and I," she said. She had enjoyed touring with Knotts, and the cherry on top of the sundae was seeing Andy again after all those years. They were such good friends, he and Don. I'm really doing this appearance because of them more than anything. This was the appearance that she made in Mount Airy for Mayberry days. She frequently makes appearances at conventions and events to sign autographs and meet fans, mostly for Jeannie, but other roles she has performed frequently come up. "I do appearances all around the world, and they always ask me about Ellen," she said. Ellen Brown only appeared once in the episode The Manicurist. In the episode, she had left the big city searching for a friendly town to move to and ended up in Mayberry, where she got a job at Lloyd's Barber Shop. Her presence leaves many of the menfolk in Mayberry spellbound. "Ring-a-ding-ding," Barney says as they stare out the window at her as she gets off the bus. But when she walks straight toward the barber shop, the men get skittish and most of them run off. "Weren't they cute?" Eden asked in discussing that opening scene. At the time, Eden was a frequent TV guest star, having appeared in such classics as I Love Lucy, The Millionaire, Perry Mason, Dr. Kildare, and so forth, and having been one of the stars of the 1957-59 sitcom How to Marry a Millionaire. "If you had told me then that people would remember it now, I wouldn't have believed you," she said of her Andy Griffith role. It was another guest appearance, and at that time, guest appearances were written very well. And of course, with Andy, he had set a very high bar. Good people, good actors, good writers, and that is such a pleasure to work with. She was particularly pleased when Knotts came up to her after the episode and told her how complimentary Andy had been of her performance. Eden was born Barbara Jean Moorhead in Tucson, Arizona. Her grandfather had been a tenor at the San Francisco Opera Company. Oprah. And she grew up in a house full of music, eventually joining her church choir and studying as a conservatory in San Francisco. "It was my mother who encouraged me to study acting," she said. "She thought I was concentrating too much on the music and not the words. She told me, 'You're singing every word perfectly, but you don't mean what you're singing.'" She studied acting and also continued her music career. "I sang with dance bands," she said. "It paid for my nylons." Stage work eventually led to television gigs and guest roles in various shows and films. Her most famous role as the playful millennia-old Jeannie in I Dream of Jeannie came along in '65. She attributes much of the show's success to creator Sidney Sheldon. "He kept it happy, and I think people like and need happy on television." She said, "I was very fortunate to be a part of it." And there you go. I always love when I can find something on what the guest stars had to say about the Andy Griffith Show, and I've never seen anything negative. It's always been positive, which is a great thing for me anyway, and I'm sure for you, we're all fans, right? And she was such a beauty and such a good actress. And I'll tell you, she was in an Elvis movie, if you get a chance to watch. It's called Flaming Star. It wasn't the best movie in the world. I love Elvis movies, so to most people, though, it wasn't the best movie in the world. But she did such a great job in that. So did Elvis. So I want to give that check that out and see what you think. That's all I have for you. Please don't forget about classic TV, facts, and trivia. Today it's on MASH. Keep those recommendations coming in for what I might do with the Beverly Hillbillies channel, because I'm not sure yet what you would like to see. I'm still on somebody mentioned maybe do one on rural TV. classic rural TV, and I thought that's a pretty good idea. But I'm still kind of leaning towards crazy stories of the day that's happening now, Anyway, what do you guys think about that? Have a great day. God bless you, and as always, I'm praying for you.